Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with another War Commander video. This is on the Black Widow event. This is for low levels. This is to show that with a low level base, which I'm using here, this is not my base, this is a low level base, with not maxed out units, he has a level 25 Malachi. And with a level 25 Malachi, we're going to do this entire event with 0 damage. And I've been making these videos for 10 years. Guys, I'll probably stop making them soon because what's the point? I put the best videos out with the best instructions, and people don't tell other people they don't like the videos, they don't comment, so I'll just keep these secrets to myself. I don't ask people to follow, but after 10 years of putting the best videos out with the best instruction, the clearest voice, I I I think I'm wasting my time because I only have like 400 subscribers. So if you like the videos, do I really have to ask you to like them? I'm showing you how to do this with 0 damage on every single base on the map for low levels, and then I have high level videos too. Anyway, back to the video. Um, Maybe one of my last videos. I don't want to spend too much time on these videos if I'm not going to help more people. So, corrosion missiles. If you don't have corrosion missiles by now, start working on your corrosion missiles. Corrosion missiles do three things. Um, they can blow things completely off the map, like power plants. They will corrode and slowly corrode over time. And then also, I, I guess they just do two things. They corrode, and then they can you can blow things up with them as well. But if you place them strategically near power plants, then you can get the power plants to blow up. Watch here what I'm doing. Every one of these is placed specifically. So if you are curious about why I'm placing those there, I'm trying to get rid of the viral turrets. I'm trying to kill the motorcycles. The motorcycles are my number one priority. And I'm trying to blow up the power plants, and I'm trying to get the flax and the red anti-air turrets corroded so that they will be weaker. But you want to kill all the motorcycles. So by doing this, you see I haven't deployed my Malachi yet. I'm going to do this basically with just Malachi. I'm going to clean up with Albert Ross later. When I started this event, this player did not have any workshop on the Malachi, and the Malachi was very slow. So the first workshop that I got him was the Gold Tech, and that speeded it up because it adds a laser that shoots ground. I'll show you the tech at the end of the video um, because he has it all on now. But you can still do it without the tech. You're just going to take a few seconds damage because don't worry about the silver tech. Get the gold tech first to speed it up, and then get the bronze tech, which reduces the damage that turrets give you. And I'll show you the names of those techs. You want the laser for the ground for the gold, and you want the reduces damage from turrets on the bronze. And then the flax splash won't be able to hurt you. Notice that I am going around the base a second time and hitting the motorcycles a second time. Some of the motorcycles will be destroyed when the power plants blow up, but some of the motorcycles will still remain. And you want to kill all the motorcycles. And basically, there's nothing left on this base. You're taking it out with missiles. Yes, it's a lot of missiles. It's 15 corrosion missiles, but the corrosion missiles are very cheap, and I'll show you that too. And I'll show you how to pay for them for free. You may have noticed I don't have my helicopter op on. That's because I'm using the master loot um, op, and that helps me to keep my metal full. You're you're um, you're going to use the metals that you get from doing these bases. You'll get a little yellow box down there on the right hand side. You're going to use those metals to get your thorium, and you're going to get way more metals than you need thorium, because the corrosion missiles are very cheap. They cost 1 million thorium. Okay, there's a motorcycle there. You see, I want to show you something. You can kill the motorcycle with the Malachi, but it's just better to kill it with missiles. So I'm coming over here. I want to kill all the buggies because the buggies will kill my Albert Ross. You want to make sure that there's no buggies and no round turrets before you bring your Albert Ross in. But I can show you, you will kill the motorcycles, particularly if they're already corroded and if they're already weak. You can use the Malachi, but it's kind of hit and miss. Sometimes they'll shoot directly at the Malachi and not shoot the drones. So that's why I like to kill the motorcycles with the missiles. 2 missiles will kill the motorcycles. Don't hit the motorcycles twice in a row. Hit the motorcycle once, let the corrosion do its work, and when the motorcycle's at about 1/4 health, hit it again, because the motorcycles are max level, and 1 missile will not kill it. The corrosion will end before when it has about 1/4 of health left. So you got to hit it a second time. Usually, the second hit, if it's down to a low enough level, will actually kill the motorcycle. So we're back at our base. We are going to fill up our 15 missiles. For the number 1 commander base, you need all 15 missiles. For the number 2, you only need a couple missiles. I'm going to use a couple more just to make it easier and quicker on my base, but you really only need 2 missiles on the number 2 base, and that's the missiles that will take out the viral turrets on the red anti-air turrets. There's 2 red anti-air turrets in the number 2 base that have viral on them. The viral will kill your Malachi in a matter of seconds, so make sure you kill those. The flaks are not a problem. Once you get your bronze tech on, the flaks won't be able to do any damage to you. But the gold tech is more important because you'll sit here and waste a lot of time trying to kill these buggies and the round turrets with your Malachi, because it's just so slow without the gold tech. Now we don't have to kill anything else over there. All we're looking for was the buggies. I am gonna retreat though so that I can get a fresh set of drones, and we're gonna come over here, um, back onto the map, and we want the flak to shoot our drones so that the drones will shock the flak. Now here's what I want to say. Without the bronze tech, as the other turrets are shooting your drones, you'll get some splash damage on your Malachi, but it will be such a minute amount of damage that it'll still be free repair. Once you get the bronze tech, it reduces, I think, 30% whatever damage the turret is doing. So therefore, because you already have a flat stat damage reduction, the splash damage from the heavy flaks will not be able to overcome that, and you won't get any damage at all. But you are being shot there by the splash damage on the flaks. If you run directly into the flaks, the heavy flaks, they'll cause damage. Here's one of those red anti-air turrets, and that one did not have a viral on it, so you can use your drones to shield yourself. Don't worry about any of the rail guns. Only worry about the round turrets and the buggies because those can shoot your Albert Ross. You need Albert Ross to come in at the end. I mean, you don't absolutely need Albert Ross. You can use any air, but Albert Ross clears the base very quickly. You can use at the beginning. I was using the Diamondbacks, and those work fine. They're just a lot slower than the Albert Ross. I'll have like 7 or 8 minutes left, sometimes 9 minutes left after this number two commander base. So you've got lots of time on this commander one and commander two. And you saw that on the commander one, we had like a minute left at the end. Sometimes you'll have more, but on the commander one, let's say you don't finish, it's okay because you can hit the commander one a second time, your progress will be saved. You can hit it a third time, a fourth time, or whatever. It's got a timer of over an hour on it. So, but you should be able to finish within that first 6 minute and 59 second period, as long as you use your Albert Ross at the end. And I'm aware that some of you don't have Albert Ross. I wouldn't bother getting Albert Ross. He's basically nerfed into the ground, and the only thing he can do is clean a base up after all the threats to air are gone. These infantry cannot shoot air. These are called missionaries. They cannot shoot air. There, I took out the first viral turret with a corrosion missile, right? Now, see, I'm using the corrosion missile not only as a corrosion missile, but also as like something to take out turrets and to take out the viral turrets, the support turrets on the side. Here's the second viral turret. Oh no, no. In just a second, I'll hit the second viral turret. I wanted to get those heavy flaks corroded. Here's the second viral turret. You want to get those two viral turrets on those two red anti-airs dead, because if you don't, those will kill your Malachi in a matter of like seconds. Okay. There's a total, I think, of 4 of these red anti-air new turrets. Heavy duty. They are very powerful, but only 2 of them have the viral on them. The 2 in the back have the viral, the 2 in the front. We're going to go for the second one in the front right now. That does not have a viral turret on it. It does have a support turret on it that protects it, but that dies pretty quickly. And now I'm going to use a couple more missiles because that should clean up these flaks and I don't have to deal with them. But if you are going to deal with those flaks, you have to come in from the front and not from the side. I'm going to do it from the side because there's only going to be, nothing left there. I'd rather use one of these missiles than deal with possibly taking some damage. We got the one flak left, and now we can bring in Albert Ross. Just look around, make sure there's none of the red round turrets because those will damage Albert Ross. Don't worry about any of the rail guns, and now this base will be clear really fast. Put everybody on aggressive. I don't recommend using Ruby, but you could use Ruby, but I hate coming into a base and forgetting that Ruby is on, so I hardly ever put Ruby on unless I'm going to be using Ruby on every single base. That's why I prefer using aggressive. That's the fist there, or the F key. So we did it with air only. We used Albert Ross and Malachi only. And remember this, when you bring in Albert Ross, your Malachi will lose his bonus, his Sentinel bonus. But it won't matter because you don't need that range or that splash anymore. But you'll lose that range and that splash bonus um, that you get from having a Sentinel CC. I have a Sentinel CC. Um, that gives an extra 10 range to any Sentinel unit and an extra 15 splash to any Sentinel unit as long as they are Sentinel units only. Now, I'll show you here. You go to resources. That's where you're going to get your thorium right there. Obviously, we got 170,000 thorium or something right here, and we only used 100,000, and we are like topped off on our thorium. And so um, now I have Master Loot on, and you just hit oil and metal bases, and with Master Loot on, you'll get over 1 billion for hitting a 5, a 6, or a 7 metal. So over 1 billion metal and over 1 billion oil. And you can do those bases in just a few seconds. One last thing I'll say, when you're doing the metal and the oil, um, and the workshops. But when you're doing the metal and the oil, just hit the 3 power plants and end attack. And then save a star on that so you can come back in an hour and hit that same metal and oil plant again. That's how you farm them. Have a good one, guys. Hope it was helpful.